When people encounter new places, it often happens that they get lost. To navigate and figure out where we are going, we use our spatial senses and memory. This project seeks to investigate if providing people with audio feedback can affect how they navigate. Furthermore, it became interesting to see if the precision of the sound had any effect, by using either mono, stereo or binaural sounds. The problem statement for the project became: to what extent does the three different ways of providing audio feedback, mono, stereo or binaural, affect a user in navigating and remembering a route within a complex virtual environment? Binaural sound is a way to reproduce sound the way humans hear it. This was further investigated in the analysis. Also, theory on how our memory works were researched. The testing was done in a virtual environment. This made it possible to create the ideal complex environment. It also made the tracking of the participants more precise in order to measure the effect. The virtual environment became a maze to ensure that it would be complex to navigate. Initial testing was done to establish a difficulty that would secure that participants would struggle to find their way back, hereby encouraging them to also rely on the auditory cues placed throughout the maze. The initial test also covered how many sounds participants could remember, in order to conclude the number of sounds placed throughout the maze. The final test was a virtual maze with sound mapped to locations. The participant had to navigate to a red pillar. Once reached, they were to navigate back to the starting location. The final test was done as a within-group experiment. 3 mazes were used to prevent learnability of the maze. 36 participants were used. The participant completed the maze 3 times with sound feedback either provided as mono, stereo or binaural. 3 dependent variables were measured to represent navigation: time, memory of maze, and precision. A Friedman test and a post-hoc test showed that there was a significant difference on memory between binaural and mono, but otherwise there were no significant differences to measure.